Oh, that looked like a 12-6. Oh, these are brutal elbows. They can absolutely open a cut up. Starting to fight a little bit more like it.
And talk about when you start losing that much blood as a fighter. Do you feel it, Blake?
You know, it's hard to say how much blood he's losing over these highlights.
Oh, there's the elbow.
There was the first one. It's this second one that really opened his opponent up right here. Bunk. That was the one. Or
totally legal?
Oh, yeah. So if he was standing, it went from heaven to hell. 12-6 if a clock was on the wall.
And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 128 pounds. He represents Team Body Shop with a mixed martial arts record of 0 wins and 1 defeat. He hails from Long Beach, California. Please welcome Salman Sam. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. He weighed in at 126 pounds. He represents Black House MMA with a mixed martial arts record of 1 win and 1 defeat. He hails from Los Angeles, California. Please welcome Babacar Kill. Your referee for this professional bout is Jonathan Romero.
Romero, referee for this one. You're going to have another decision, Blake, or this flyweight fight?
No, I honestly don't think this is going to leave the first round. I think we are going to see someone get submitted or someone get knocked out. Like I said, this is the traditional striker versus grappler.
Touching hands, Sam in the black trunks.
So Sam already holding his ground, backing up or angling out, which is exactly what I think he needs to do if he wants to avoid this takedown. Any forward advancement will put him in a precarious position and make a takedown much easier for Kyle.
And Kill coming strong. A strong high kick from Sam that doesn't connect. Babacar Kill ducked it easy. Ooh, nice punching by Sam.
Beautiful straight punches. I'd like to see him continue to do that. Disengage here. There's no sense in getting caught in a spot like this. Straight punches and follow those with low kicks or high kicks, and then disengage. He's got to angle himself off here.
Yeah, this one might not last long the way these two are throwing leather.
Yeah, we're only 30, 40 seconds into this first round.
And these are 5 minutes, no longer amateurs. The amateurs were 3-minute rounds. This is a 5-minute, 5-minute rounds.
Whoa, nice elbow followed by the low kick. I'd like to see even more emphasis on the use of hands by Salman Sam.
Yeah, he's also a kickboxer, and we didn't see him kick much in his pro debut, which he lost, so good to see Sam kicking more in this one.
Yeah, you can see Sam definitely getting a lot more comfortable now, trying to find his angles, cutting out, and looking for big shots where he just threw a head kick that was blocked, but you don't really block a head kick. You just absorb it on something better than your head. Salman is doing a great job of not standing and exchanging, continually disengaging and keeping space between himself and his opponent.
And here's Babacar looking for the takedown. Grabs an ankle and he gets it.
And he has 3.5 minutes to work here from this top position. Salman Sam trying to throw up a triangle, but now settling for closed guard, which is exactly what Babacar Kill would like to have happen. But brutal elbows from the bottom.
Quickly, those elbows can gash you. Babacar responding with a hard punch.
And particularly elbows by a Muay Thai practitioner on the bottom who knows exactly how to throw and exactly where to land that elbow upon impact. Babacar utilizing now the cage wall. Whoa, fingers in the cage. If he does that again, I believe the referee should take a point. He got a warning there, and he absolutely should have. I am not sure he would have been able to fight up from that bottom position had he not reached into the cage like that.
He definitely pulled himself up using the cage. It was a no-no. He got the stern warning.
I'm surprised that we did not see a little bit more offense out of Babacar once he was on top of Salman Sam. Salman again doing a great job of angling out and keeping distance between himself and his opponent. Whoa, triangle. Babacar's trying to get the pass. Both guys struggling for position here. Babacar being smart there, stapling the leg down and securing top so that Salman accepts the bottom. And with 2 minutes to work here, I think Babacar could even just sit down and land a handful of strikes. He doesn't need to stand up and blast something crazy big. And continually utilizing the wall pressure to keep Salman down. Whoa, almost full mount, back to full mount. Salman on top, another scramble. Wow.
That was fun. Sam back on his feet. He does not want to be on his back. He wants to be striking. Now they're both on their feet.
Yeah, that was a great job of Sam creating a scramble to get back to his feet. He put himself in several dangerous positions of getting caught in mount or back mount, but he made it work and came out on top. I'd like to see him start really utilizing those straight punches. He's letting Babacar get incredibly close to him, and that's why these takedowns are now so effective.
A nice combination from Babacar, not missing by much. Sam needs to respond.
Som needs to get his back off the cage. He's just standing there and creating exchanges now. He needs to circle out and continue to make Babacar follow him around the ring and try and make... Whoa!
Strong right. Didn't miss by much. That one connects. Sam feeling his feet a little bit better.
Yeah, moving forward, some of the better strikes he's landed thus far, but moving forward towards a grappler is very dangerous because you're bringing your hips that much closer to your opponent, and a takedown is all about controlling your opponent's hips.
A body blow connected for Babacar.
Yeah, we have 40 seconds left in this opening round, and man, it has been back and forth. Whoa!
A little jump over by Sam.
You know, I said Soman Case, one of his keys to victory was having those killer Muay Thai knees ready. It was ready. Babacar was just out in a different place when he decided to throw it. But that's exactly what I think Soman Case should be looking for. Keeping a long-range distance, being able to see that shot coming from range, and blasting his opponent with a knee on his way in.
Perfect straight from Babacar that connects. And if there was any doubt...
This is going to be it. I think we're going to see a finish here in the first round by Babacar kill. Whoa, and Soman Case survives.
But I don't know if he wants any more of Babacar. Because Babacar wants to finish this as soon as the bell rings again.
Yeah, Babacar definitely wanted that finish there. Wasn't able to secure it, but he has got to be feeling good about going into this second round. Several times he got Soman Case down, but that time he really came close to the finish. Let's take a look at some of these replays.
Boom.
Yeah, some banging against the wall, and then Babacar coming down, ending the round on top in this three-quarter mount position and just throwing down bombs, raining shot after shot, and in so many cases, who's almost intelligently defending himself, but right on the edge of potentially being stopped. That could have gone 10 more seconds, and we might have had a finish here in our first professional fight of Lights Out Street Fighting 14.
Referee was looking closely, and Sam was defending himself smartly. So I think it was the correct decision to let the bell ring.
I agree 100%. The referees have been doing a fantastic job here tonight.
Round two.
I don't know if it's just me, but Soman Case looks a little bit angry at his opponent now. I'd like to see him utilize some of that anger and throw some heavy hands at his opponent here in the second round.
Well, the opponent did not want to shake hands. Sam didn't get it. I'd like to see more kicks from Sam.
Yeah, low kicks are pumping his straight punches out, even if he's not trying to throw something crazy hard. Just keeping something in Babacar's face. I think Soman Case is really trying to load up, waiting for knees on a takedown.
Ooh.
Babacar doing a great job, though, of leading with hands. That way he's able to hide his takedowns later once he decides to drop.
Yeah, there was Sam trying to time a takedown attempt by Babacar. Babacar wasn't having it. Flying knee for nothing for Sam.
Yeah, he's swinging for the fences with things like that, but I'd like to see him start bunting and getting himself on base with some straight punches. Not something huge that's going to knock his opponent out, but chipping away, beating his opponent up so that he's eventually able to find some bigger strikes to land.
And since he does have longer arms, maybe use some dirty boxing tactics, like throw the punch, but then finish it up with an elbow. Like use those long limbs. We saw his quick elbows earlier. I'd like to see Sam try more.
I think it's a great idea because he is a Muay Thai pro. Whoa! Looping punch, I couldn't tell if he just got knocked off balance or but he actually did some damage. But Babacar is throwing some heavy leather at Soman Case of Som right now. And they're right there in front of the Black House corner. And the coaches are going crazy telling Babacar to get in there and start throwing.
The commission telling Babacar's coaches they can't bang on the table.
Again, another home run swing by Soman Case of Som. I'd like to see him start doing some smaller stuff to set that up, particularly establishing his jab and straight punches that much more often. If he hides...
Oh!
Then Babacar catches the kick and Soman Case of Som goes down, but almost lands a big up kick from the bottom position, and those can be devastating, Pablo.
Still 3 minutes to go on this one. Sam kind of taking a breather there.
Yeah, this is not the place where Sam wants to be. He needs to start trying to get himself to his feet just like that. Fantastic job of kicking his opponent, pushing him away, and then exploding to his feet before his opponent's able to get back at him.
Ooh! I mean, Babacar's throwing some vicious punches. Even if they don't connect, they seem to rock Sam.
Yeah, Sam's almost standing in front waiting for exchanges to happen. I'd like to see him go back to what he was doing at the beginning of the first round, where he's backing up and getting his opponent to come to him and then landing shots. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, Pablo.
Not much stinging so far from Southern Kesasam.
No, but he is starting to float around the ring
Moving
much better.
better.
And I think that's going to be the first key to avoiding these takedowns and these exchanges. Once he starts doing more of that, I think he'll start finding his openings for strikes, just like he's starting to do now. He needs to continue to keep this distance so it is the fight he wants to fight and not Babacar pressuring him against the cage.
Those are the front kicks I was asking for from Sam, but too little. And Babacar's closing that distance.
I expect to see maybe some of the cases start throwing some more head kicks again here.
And Babacar, you see, he's starting to get frustrated. Can't catch Sam.
Oh!
There we go, more kicks.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see him starting to throw these heavy kicks, especially now that we're past the halfway point of the fight. Holding your arms up for this long gets exhausting, particularly with the amount of power and amount of punches that we've seen Babacar throw. And now repeatedly, we've seen 3 head kicks within 10 seconds thrown by Soman Kesasom.
Yeah, Sam's getting a little bit more energy in him.
I'd like to maybe see him bring that kick down from the head and start looking for his opponent's liver. His opponent's doing a great job of keeping his hands high so that impact gets absorbed on his forearm.
Oh, Babacar, another overhand right that connects.
Yeah, Babacar's almost like a Terminator. This dude just keeps coming forward. But
Yeah, and Sam, the few times he's connected, hasn't caused any damage at all for Babacar. I feel like Sam needs something to go his way to get pumped up a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think. Oh, dude, that
nice
looked like a
takedown.
12 to 6. Oh, these are brutal elbows. They can absolutely open a cut up. Soman Keisa gets taken down and fights his way to the top, or fights his way back to his feet. Whoa, he is leaking. Look at all that blood running down Babacar Cayo's back from that elbow strike that Soman Keisa just landed on the top of his head. And that might have been the strike he needed, like you said,
To
Pablo.
believe in himself, yeah, and I think we see Sam growing here.
Absolutely. He sees that blood running down his head as well, and he knows how hard he hit that dude. And now we see that Babacar Cayo can be hurt, and Soman Keisa sees it, feels it, and he's starting to fight a little bit more like it.
And talk about when you start losing that much blood as a fighter, do you feel it, Blake?
You know, it's hard to say how much blood he's losing or how much we can feel at the moment. I don't know anything that's going on outside the cage when I'm in there, so it's really hard to say. But he is definitely losing a tremendous amount of blood now that we're able to kind of see how much it's running down on the front and back. Let's take a look at some of these highlights.
Oh, there's the elbow.
There was the first one. It's the second one that really opened his opponent up right here. Bunk. That was the one. Or
Totally legal?
oh, yeah, so if he was standing and it went from heaven to hell, 12 to 6 if a clock was on the wall, that's illegal. But if you're flat on your back and throw the exact same strike, now it's legal. Which is a weird rule in mixed martial arts that I'm not entirely sure why they do it. But regardless, that was a big strike to the top of Babacar's head, and we absolutely saw some light out of Soman Keisa following that elbow. Let's see what he wants to do here coming into round 3. In my opinion, this is the most refreshed and ready to win Soman Keisa that we've seen since the first 2 minutes of this bout.
Yeah, and this is now just his second pro fight, but this is just his 4th round. This first fight only went 1 round, and now this was reaching the 3rd, so we're seeing that confidence in Sam, but let's see what Babacar has in response. Round 3 between Kill and Sam.
So we've seen Sam switch stances a little
Ooh.
bit. Now the left leg's forward. It was back earlier in the matchup where he was throwing that head kick. Now we see him have switched again. Now it's a mirrored stance. I believe we're going to see him throw a left head kick right around now. Oh, and Babacar comes blitzing back in after throwing that kick.
Sam's been doing great moving side to side. Babacar hasn't caught him clean since round 1.
Yeah, this is the movement that I said he needs to do. You see how when he gets towards the cage, he circles around. But if he gets caught like this, he continue to circle, circle, circle. Never let your back actually touch the cage, because that is where Babacar has been landing the best exchanges and securing the majority of his takedowns.
Do you think Soman Keisa did enough to win round 2?
I don't know. It's tough, man. I don't know. This is why I sit at the commentary table and not the judging table. I'm a big fan of damage, and I think the real damage that we have seen thus far in the fight has been landed on Cayo by Soman Keisa. But then again, control time. There are a lot of different factors at play with judging here in mixed martial arts.
Those low kicks were working for Sam early. Haven't seen much. Now it's Babacar with those low kicks.
Yeah, we're going to see more head kicks out of Soman Keisa right now. You can see him in this, what we call the open stance, where he's looking, he's feinting the kick, because Babacar knows it's coming, knows it's coming, knows it's coming. Soman Keisa, a very high-level kickboxer. That's why we see him feint his hips in and out like this, teasing his opponent so his opponent doesn't know when a big power shot is coming. And we call these feints in mixed martial arts competitions because you're kind of pretending to attack your opponent, and it gives you a moment to learn about your opponent's defenses and reactions. But Soman Kesa doesn't have a whole lot of time left to play. He has 3 minutes, and I think that he's probably down 2-0 thus far in the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, the way it looks like he thinks he won round 2. Oh! But Babacar wants to finish it here.
And Soman Kesa, let's see if Soman Kesa accepts bottom position or if he starts unloading with elbows and wall walking. He continued to keep his guard closed and is now trapped on the bottom with his head trapped up against the cage by a very high-level submission grappler in Babacar Kill. I'd like to see him start to pressure in a little bit, his hips in, posture up, and land some bigger strikes down, just like he began to do. And Soman Kesa immediately fights to his feet.
Two minutes to go in this one. I have Babacar winning the first 2 rounds. But
I agree 100% with that.
the way Sam's bouncing around, looks like he feels like he might have won round 2. Looking to do just enough in this one.
I think he's definitely trying to look for that home run swing to get the knockout, particularly with that left head kick. And I think if he's going to get the knockout, it will be with that left head kick. He needs to stop allowing himself to get trapped up against the cage here. He needs to circle out just like this and try and utilize his footwork to set that head kick up instead of just posting up here against the cage.
Nice combo, Babacar. Controlling again, always going forward. Oh, strong kicks from Babacar.
Yeah, we have a minute left in this matchup, Pablo.
Those kicks to the knee. Those can be such a pester.
Those are brutal. I almost think that that's too dangerous of a strike for mixed martial arts, but until they make it illegal, you might as well use it. And Soman Kesa has been putting it to work here in the third round.
And soccer, it's a red card. Here, still legal. I don't know why more people don't do it, because it feels like one bad plant and there goes the knee.
Yeah, did you ever see the fight where Khalil Roundtree stomped a guy's knee in like that? Oh, it was brutal. Oh, did you hear that kick?
That one's going to be felt tomorrow, but maybe too little, too late. Final 20 seconds in this one.
And the crowd is going wild here at Thunder Studios in the closing seconds of this fight.
Babacar throwing everything he's got left. Crowd on their feet again, wanting a big finish.
Yeah, what a great fight between two competitors. Here, lights out extreme fighting.
They finish hugging, Babacar and Sam. 3 rounds. We're going to a decision. Everybody at Thunder Studios having a great time. Break, and we'll be back with more.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for both of these gladiators. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 exciting rounds, judge number 1 scores about 30-27, while judges number 2 and 3 score about 29-28 for your winner. By unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Babacar Kill.
Getting a kiss from his corner, Babacar Kill, happy with the victory. Now 3-1 as a pro. Southern Casa Sam, like the fight we saw.